How's it going, everybody? Brett Mix here from Macho Wrestling 101 on YouTube. If you want to help us get the channel off of its feet, help us by clicking like or subscribe. If you want reviews for wrestling every day, I'll be pumping out the videos. I'll be reviewing live Raws, live SmackDowns. Don't have all the fancy equipment, but I do got knowledge and passion for the business. I've watched it for 3 decades, and I think I know what I'm talking about. And if that's up for you, if you like it, hit subscribe, and I would appreciate it. We're going to get into our match of the day reviews. And yesterday was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mankind from Raw in 1996. Today is going to be another 1996 match, but about a month later, but from a different company. Took place on December the 30th, 1996, between Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio Jr. This was the night after Starrcade here on WCW Nitro. And it should be noted that Malenko at Starrcade 96 wrestled the Ultimo Dragon, a match I have at 4.5 stars, and Rey Mysterio Jr. wrestled Jushin Thunder Liger in a match I have 4 stars and 4.25 stars. That even though I have that a half a quarter of a star less than the Malenko match, I believe Dave Meltzer and has that higher, Rey Mysterio and Liger. And I also believe it was on the Best of Starrcade match DVD, while the Malenko match wasn't. So, long story short, the consensus is the Ray Liger match from Starrcade is better than the Malenko Dragon match, even though I rated that better. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, we got Malenko and Ray from Nitro in 96, December the 30th, as I said. These two wrestled a bunch of times in 1996 and 1997 and 1998 on Nitro, so this was just another TV match between the two. A 10-minute time limit, though, so it would be interesting to see if something would happen within those 10 minutes, because both these guys like their methodical pace. Malenko and Mysterio both wrestled classics at the Great American Bash and Halloween Havoc 96. I rate both those matches over 4 stars for sure. Halloween Havoc's probably the better of the two, the latter. I got that at 4.5. Anyways, let's get to the wrestling here on Nitro. They both wrestled the night before at Starrcade, as said, but they were both in fighting spirits, as they both had a ton of energy to begin this 10-minute match. And no commercials. Gotta love that. No commercials. That's what it should be. Even in the Russo era with WWF, even though their TV matches were short, no commercials. It's just much better that way. So a chain wrestling sequence to begin with Liger and Malenko. Liger and Malenko, with Mysterio and Malenko, and getting confused from Starrcade. Mysterio was launched into the air and by about 7 or 8 feet into the air, and then he fell belly first on the canvas. And then Malenko does it again, and he does a reverse backbreaker, but he does a belly breaker this time. He sends Mysterio up in the air, and then he puts his knee out, and Mysterio's appendix just crushes on his knee. Interesting move, and Malenko does those so crisp. Malenko won Wrestler of the Year in 1997 by PWI. Think about that. Think about all the companies in 1997 and all the top workers. Malenko won Wrestler of the Year, and this is just 1 or 2 days, 2 days short of 1997. But look at the classic he put on with Ultimo Dragon. I tell you right now, if you have not seen that match, or if you haven't seen it in a while, go watch it. It is tremendous. This match here went back and forth. Malenko really did a lot of work to raise legs, keeping an aerial man off the mat. It's usually Malenko's strategy whenever he faces Ray, or another cruiserweight for that matter. He is the man of 1,000 holds. He locked in a half crab, and what was interesting is Mysterio kept countering with crossbodies or Hurricane Ranas, but then he kept selling the legs. So Mysterio's offense all comes from his legs, but he had to sell them at the same time. So Malenko remained in control for the majority of the match. Mysterio hit a few nice. I mean, what would a 1996 Mysterio match be without some like unique creative sequences? And Mysterio hit like a backwards spinning heel kick, a top senton with a sideways heel kick. And this is off the top turnbuckle, once into the ring, once to the floor. The seating senton was to the floor. But Malenko, after every high risk move, after every roll up that Mysterio got on Malenko was able to counter and then hit a few power moves, remaining in control. And Mysterio was actually making a dramatic comeback before the 10 minutes was reached. He hit a Hurricane Run off the top rope, but then the bell rang. So both these guys were left without a winner, but they kept both them looking strong, which was the most important part of the match. So I give this match 3 stars because of how well the chemistry is between the two, the nice sequences of events, the selling, the unique maneuvers, the innovation of those maneuvers by Mysterio, the psychology employed by Malenko, and the fact that both men had wrestled classics the night before. So it's almost as good as you can get for a TV match that is just 10-minute draw. So I give it 3 stars. If you like these random match of the day reviews or anything else we do in our channel, again, like and subscribe or just subscribe. That's all. That's what's good for me. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next review. That's it. Brett Mix from Macho Wrestling 101. I'm out.